Hey, guys, 3 p.m. live on YouTube. I decided to go live on YouTube instead of do Google Meet, to be honest, because I wanted to be able to record this so people could play this back in case they couldn't be here. Because unfortunately, due to privacy issues, um, we cannot record our Google Meets. Um, so whatever happens in Google Meet will not be recorded. Uh, so I can't play that back. So unfortunately, the lessons and things I go over in Google Meet, you guys got to be there to get that information. What's happened actually is assignment 4. I've been going over assignment 4 this week, the past few days, to people who've been showing up for our Google Meet at 3 p.m. And a lot of people couldn't make it or forgot or whatever, and then they started asking me questions. So I did put a quick video up there about assignment 4 on my Google Classroom, so you could check that out. It should help tremendously, those of you finishing up your assignments. But speaking of the fact that it's 3 p.m. and I'm online now, as mentioned, that's all changing. That is all changing because we got a schedule. I posted it on my Google Classroom, and I've been told the school is letting parents and everyone know today. I don't know how they're doing that. I don't know what's going on. I've been waiting to hear from the principal about that, but it's 3 o'clock. We got our usual meeting time now, so I'm going to spill the beans on this. So this is the unofficial word. But yeah, there's going to be a schedule for you guys. I got my stuff highlighted here. I printed it and I got it highlighted because I got blocks number 1, 2, and 3. So what it looks like, guys, and you could go on my Google Classroom. I posted it there, and you could pull up the picture because it's going to be hard to see this from my camera. But basically, you're going to be following like a school schedule like you did when we were meeting in our regular school days before the coronavirus shutdown happened. And yeah, so that's how it's going to go. So great. We got someone online here. So Brian had a question. Are we going to be meeting in a Zoom call every day is the question. So the answer is, I believe so, because, well, for myself to talk about my class, we're going to use Google Meet. So on my Google Classroom, you got that link to Google Meet. So during our class time, let's say, Brian's in my block 2. So block 2 is at 150 to 235, 150 to 235. So you would go to my Google Meet, which you could find on my Google Classroom. The link is there, and you could click on that. So at 2 o'clock, I will be on Google Meet, and I'll be talking about the lessons and going over the work with you guys each day, Monday through Friday at 2 o'clock for block 2. Of course, if you're in, I'm sorry, 150 for block 2. If you're in block 1, it's 1 o'clock. Your other teachers might be using Zoom because, there's Zoom, and Zoom was like the thing before Google Meet. Google Meet kind of came out after that, but I like using the Google Meet because it's not a separate thing. It's right in Google Classroom. So you don't have to go to a separate link or have a meeting passcode or anything like that. You literally, right from the Google Classroom, you'll see the link there, and you just click on that, and it takes you into the meeting room. So at your class time, my kids are coming down. Hold on. Ooh, it's getting cray-cray. So, you guys know how it is. I hear you guys, those people who've been online with me meeting this week. I hear how it is at home during Google Meet. We know how it is. It gets cray-cray. But yeah, so during my class times, I'll be on Google Meet. You got the code on the my Google Classroom. But your other teacher, let's say your math or your ELA teacher might like Zoom. They're comfortable using Zoom. And so they will give you the Zoom information. Somehow probably have it on their Google Classroom, or they'll send you an email or something about the meeting code you need. Because you guys who have been on Zoom, as Brian has, he was asking about Zoom, you need to have a link or a meeting code. So yes, most likely your teachers will be using either Zoom or Google Meet to have this class time with you. So you'll follow the schedule. So let's say, you know, and there's also office hours. So each teacher has office hours. So I have office hours Wednesdays from 11 to 12. So this office hours are like extra time where I'm not going to be teaching any certain thing. I'm just going to be online for any question you have about any assignment or anything you need help with. So I'll have my office hours for, I'm science, right? I'm the science teacher. So 11 to 12 on Wednesdays, as well as Mondays, 4:15 to 5:15 are my office hours. So those are extra times you could come for extra help. So it won't necessarily be a whole class there. It might just be you or maybe a couple other people that came to discuss something. And yeah, so I'll be online at those times for extra help, but I'm also going to be online with the normal class times here. So let's say you have block 1 to 1:45. Let's say that's when you have me. That's when you have your science class. You have me first block, okay? It goes according to how your schedule was before the coronavirus. So before we had to leave school. So if you always had me first, if you always had your science, your physics class first, you're still going to have it first. So you would show up to my Google Meet, the links on my Google Classroom. From 1 to 1:45, I will be online talking to all students who will be online with us in Google Meet, just like in Zoom. You know, Zoom and Google Meet work pretty much identically. And so we'll be there talking about the assignment. So each day we'll probably talk about a different assignment or whatever. So maybe on Monday, we're going to talk about assignment number 1. Then on Tuesday, we talk about assignment 2, and so on and so forth. So, but let's say then after block 1, so you finish at 1:45, I'd be like, all right, guys, time to go to your next class. So at 1:50, you have 5 minutes of passing time, just like you're in the hallway. But anyways, 5 minutes to go to your next class. So online, that would mean you go to your next teacher's Google Classroom. So you get off my Google Classroom and you go to your next teacher's Google Classroom. Let's say block 2, you have math, you have algebra or something at 1:50 at 2:35. So you would go to your algebra, your math teacher's Google Classroom, or you know, if it's just a Zoom, they're like, just go to my Zoom link. They sent it to you, but you know, however you need to get there, whether they have that information on their Google Classroom or they sent you a link, you would go to your math teacher's meeting. So whether that's on Zoom or Google Meet, those are probably the main 2 options. There might be others, but I really think most people are going to be doing it these ways through using a Zoom or Google Meet. So you'd be with them. And after that class finishes at 2:35, let's say you have history, block 3. So now you go to your history class, 2:40, 3:25, just like you would at school. You would leave one class, go to the next. You're now going to leave that class online. So you would get out of that Google Classroom, go to your history teacher's Google Classroom, where they have a Zoom link or the Google Meet link that they want to meet with you. Again, I'm assuming most teachers are going to be using either Zoom or Google Meet to do this, because those 2 things allow you to have multiple students with the videos live at the same time. So we can talk to all you guys. You can see us, we can see you. Again, you could turn off your camera if you don't want to be seen. That's fine, as long as you're there and present in the class, okay? So it's important for you guys to come and be present in those classes. Now, we understand that maybe, you know, there's something going on because some of you guys have siblings that have to share computers with you, all right? I know some students have that. So there might be times where you got to work out the schedule with your little brother's schedule that also has to meet with his teachers too, and you only have one computer. So, you know, definitely let your teacher know if you missed the class. Let's say you can't show up on Tuesday for my class, block 1, because you didn't have access to the computer because your little brother had to do it for his class. You know, you could let me know, be like, hey, the next day, you're like, when you show up to class, you could let me know, hey, I wasn't there yesterday because I couldn't get the computer or whatever. But it's important you try to go to all your classes throughout the week as much as you can. Now, we understand that sometimes, like I said, you got to share computers, or this, with the family and everything going on with this crisis, things get a little hectic. So obviously, just like when we had real school and we understood that you might be sick or you might have an appointment or something happened, you brought in a note. Similar here, like you just communicate to your teacher in class, but it is important that you come. Okay, so you can't just we don't expect you to just never show up. The reason we made these schedules is because, well, two reasons. We want you to be able to get help in every class, right? So we want you to show up so that the teacher is there live with you, helping you in real time, okay? And now you know when each and every teacher is going to be available for you in class for class time, as well as office hours, which is extra time, okay? So extra time. Let's say we went over most of the assignment in our class time, and I was like, all right, finish up the last one, and let's say you still had a few questions, or you went ahead and did an assignment ahead of time, and you're like, oh man, I started this ahead of time. We haven't talked about this in class yet, but I really want to finish it. And I have office hours that day. You could talk about it during those office hours. Or maybe you're missing work from before, like weeks before we even started, like weeks before, assignments that were first assigned. And you're like, wow, my computer broke. I couldn't get online, or my internet was down. So I'm missing like assignments from 2 weeks ago when that happened. So you could come to office hours and talk about those assignments, okay? Because in class time, we'll all be talking about the assignment for that week, right? But maybe you need help on an assignment that you missed from before. Or maybe you just want to come to office hours to complain about life. I don't know. But anyways, those extra times are available for you. So it's important for you to come. So I said two reasons, right? So reason one for the schedule is so that when all your teachers are online and we can help you. You could get help in every class because you know exactly what time, and you should know where we'll be, right? Because it's in our Google Classroom. But number two, the reason this schedule is important, because I've run into this problem talking to a few of my students. They said, hey, I couldn't join you yesterday because my other teacher, like my ELA teacher, was having a Google Meet at the same time you were having a Google Meet. And it's like, oh, wow, we didn't know because we didn't communicate that. So now it's clear that we won't have overlap, right? You have to be according to your schedule. Let's say you have science first block. So you shouldn't be meeting with your ELA teacher during 1 o'clock. You should be with me in science class for 1 o'clock. And then you could go meet with your ELA teacher. Maybe you have ELA block 4. That would be at 3:30, right? So what this does is this organizes everything. So there's no more conflict of like two teachers that have the same student trying to meet that same student at the same time, trying to teach them ELA or science at the same time. That's impossible. So now that won't happen. And we have a schedule, and it follows the school schedule, block 1, 2, 3, 4, just a little different in that the times, listen, we know y'all like to sleep in, I guess, from what we heard. So we made the times different. So instead of getting up 7 o'clock to get to school for 7:30, we have a 1 o'clock start time, okay? Block 1's at 1 o'clock. Of course, there is office hours before that at 11. So if you need extra help, each teacher, so we got Each teacher has office hours. There's some in the morning there. Okay. So you got like languages, math on Monday, ELA Tuesday, history. So, which subject teachers are available for office hours. And again, mine's highlighted because I was highlighting my office hours in my schedule um, to keep track of that. So that's the deal. So I addressed the question. I don't know if anyone else has more questions here. But that is a popular question, actually, because I had another student that read the post I put about this earlier. Again, I put a post on my Google Classroom stream that has this color version, actually. I printed that white, but it has it up there. So you could check it out because you're going to need to know it. But so they also asked the same questions. They're like, hold on. Well, they had two questions. They're like, hold on. Basically, like, is this, every day, right? Yeah. So every day, yes. Every day, this is when you need to be there. All right. So you'll be meeting with your teachers, and not just your teachers, but with your classmates as well. So it'll be you and your classmates together online with your teacher. And then the second question they had was like, well, every day, okay, but is this just for that week? So is this oh, we're just doing this for next week? No, my friends. This is going forward till the end of school, which is probably the big question you all have next. When is the end of school? And the answer is, I'm just kidding. So I don't know. We don't have official end date, but I'm guessing. I heard rumors of some end dates that are like the end of June. I'm guessing, but I don't know that for sure. It's unofficial. But yeah, I think we're going all through May and probably all through June. I don't know if school will continue into July or August. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but I don't know. Who knows? Things are different these days. Anything could change. So that's what's up with that, guys. Yeah. So it's going to be at least May and June. Okay. This is the schedule every day. Hey, back to school, guys. Listen, we've been putting your assignments online for you guys to do. And I've been watching. Some people get it all done really quick. Some people are waiting until the last second until I contact and let people know it's not done. And honestly, some people haven't done it, haven't done the work. So now it just got real, guys. It just got real because now it's not just that. And I was meeting online every day, or at least available to meet with you guys online every day. And I know for some, for some teachers, they're not even available each and every day. They weren't even available every day. So I was already doing something extra, but now things got real because now it's every day and we have several classes. So it's going to be split up. Whereas before I would be online and I'd be online at like 3, like now, and I would be helping people from different classes. Just like yesterday, actually, I had students from block 1 and students from my block 3 at the same time, helping them with an assignment. Okay. And that was yesterday on Google Meet, if you were there. So we had a mix of block 1 and 3 because I was just doing it where I'd be online at 3 to help anyone. But now it's official. Now it's by your schedule. So if you're in block 1, you should be at this time, 1 o'clock. My block 1 kids shouldn't be showing up at block 3 at 2:40. You know why? Not because it's, they're in the wrong block, but they're missing another class because block 3, if they don't have me, block 3, they should be in another class, just like in real school. If a student showed up in my block 3 that's from my block 1 and they're like, hey, I want a second round of physics today, I'd be like, hey, I appreciate the love, but we can't do that because you're missing another class right now because I know you don't have physics twice in one day, as much as you would dream of that, right? But no, I know you got another class that you're missing right now, so you need to skedaddle You can use that word, skedaddle. Okay, go ahead, throw that in your toolbox, your vocabulary toolbox. You need to skedaddle to your other class. So same thing with this, guys. You gotta stick to the schedule, because if you're not sticking to the schedule and you're just going to whatever, oh, you know what? I just got up. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I just woke up, and I'm just gonna go to Mr. Hubeny's physics class right now, and that's at block 4. So guess what? I'm not even gonna be online because I don't have a block 4 class, so I won't be there, guys. So you gotta stick to the schedule. Or you show up and you're supposed to be in another class. Gotta stick to the schedule. So yeah, the big news is it's on my Google Classroom. It's supposed to be getting sent out by the school. I don't know if that happened yet or not, or how that's going to happen. I don't know. Um, for some reason, it's been kind of hush hush or something. I don't know, or maybe they're just trying to work some of the infrastructure out to make that happen. Some of the fine details. Um, but yeah, so it's going live on Monday. So Monday we're going to be in class together, um, but virtually online in class together, and we're going to talk about an assignment, and then each day we're going to go over an assignment, and we're going to talk and have questions and go over it. So this is actually a good thing. There's a lot of haters out there right now about this. I've already gotten feedback about this. A lot of haters, because they're like, man, this is crazy. Why we gotta do this? Listen, y'all are still in school. Okay. I know this is weird because you're at home, but school is still going down. We've been trying our best to make school happen. And this is the next step in that. The next step in getting better is being able to have a scheduled time so we don't overlap with other teachers. Have a scheduled time so students can actually know when and where they should be. Okay. So this is the next level in this, guys. School is still going down. There's a lot of haters about this, but this is a good thing, because now you're going to get the help you need. Okay, you know where to go and when to go to get the help you need. Um, you get to talk with your other classmates about the assignments. They should be there with you in the virtual class. Um, so a lot of haters about the schedule, but it's going to be a good thing, because a lot of people are telling me, hey, and I just been helping students throughout the morning. Actually, I've been getting emails. I told you about assignment 4 this week. Now, I'm not going to lie, assignment 4 was kind of tough, especially if you went through the videos kind of quick I posted and you weren't really paying close attention. It could be tough. So a lot of people emailing me or going through Google Classroom and just going back and forth with assignment 4, to the point where I was online yesterday and the day before spending time going over stuff like that, but not everyone was there. Again, this is why the schedule is going to help. But to the point where I made 2 short videos and put them on Google Classroom. So I talked about that earlier in the video. But yeah, so I put the videos up to help you with assignment 4, because there's just so many questions. But this is the good thing about this. Debbie just commented and said, I want to go to school. So here's the good thing about this. This is the next best thing. We cannot physically go to the school because they made a decision not to let that happen, because they felt it would be unsafe. Ability to physically meet in the classroom. This is the next best thing, because now, why do you miss school? Well, number one, you probably miss hanging out with your friends. Well, now you're going to see each other. Okay, you'll see each other online. All right. So I know it's not as good as person to person, but you're online interacting. That's how you guys are used to interacting, anyways, guys, because you guys are always on the devices, always interacting, right? I've seen that a lot. That's number one. Number two, now you can get the help, because I was just talking about sometimes, students are like, hey, help with this assignment, help with this assignment. And we're typing, going back and forth, email. They couldn't make the Google Live meet. And so we're trying to do it via email or Messenger and Google Classroom. So now you'll get the help you need because you know when I'm on. Well, you already knew when I was online, but now you know when all your teachers are online, and you know we're all following the same schedule. So it's not like you can't meet with me at a certain time because you went to meet with another teacher. No, you know you have to be in my class at that time because that's when you had me in, let's say, block 2 or something. So, you follow the schedule and you'll get the help you need. So now it's going to be so easy for you to do your work because you have the teacher there talking about the assignment, answering questions about the assignment with you, right? This is what I've been doing through the Google Meets, but not a lot of people can make it or whatever. But now you know. So I just decided. So originally, remember, I was doing noon, and then there wasn't that many people coming anymore. So I said, well, should we make it later? People said, yeah, make it later. So I did 3. And then, a few people coming, but not a lot. So now it's not up to me. It's not up to you guys. Now they gave us a schedule. So listen, we all got to follow this. Like, I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice in this. You don't have a choice in this. This is like what they gave because the problem is students need help. They need to know when their teachers are available to help. And this is the solution, guys. Give everyone the schedule and tell them to follow it. Now, is it a perfect solution? As I mentioned, it is not because we know there may be times where you cannot go to block 4 because you need to work because your job is still open, but maybe your parents' job closed, so you guys really need that money, so you can't afford to not go to work, and because I mean supporting the family, is important during this time because maybe your parents out of work and you're the only one that has a job still because your job didn't close, and so you can't meet during block 4 or whatever. So we know it's not perfect, but it's impossible, for us to make a schedule that's perfect for everyone. That's just not possible. So as I mentioned before, if there's something that comes up or something that happens that you're going to end up missing one of these classes throughout the week or even more than just once throughout the week, something's going on, you know, you got to reach out to your teachers. You know how to reach out to us. You got our emails. You got our Google Classroom where you could just click on a button and email us or send us a message. So easy, um, and let us know because we will be taking attendance. Okay, there will be attendance. No one asked that question, but yeah, there will be attendance. Um, so well, you're like, well, what if I can't make it? I just told you, it's okay if you have to miss a class, or even if you miss a whole day, you miss all your classes that day. It's okay if you have a reason for that. You could just let us know, and we'll take note of that. We understand that things are cray cray right now. I get all these weird calls right now from like all these weird, lot of weird stuff going on. I just got some call from like California. I don't know. We know things are crazy and hectic right now. So just like before, when we talked about if you're missing work, it's okay. You could still do it and hand it in late, no problems. We know things are crazy. Same thing with this, guys. We know the schedule is not going to be perfect for everyone, and on certain days or times, if you have a valid reason you couldn't make it, we will work with you. But if you're just deciding that this is school vacation and your life right now is cool and everyone's healthy and everything's cool at your house, but you're just like, man, I just feel like vacation mode. I don't feel like showing up and doing work. That's no good. That is not excusable. That is not excusable. So the expectation is if everything's cool, everyone's healthy, and there's no reason for you not to be there. The expectation is you will be in each class, each day at the time you're supposed to be there. Okay. So you'll show up to your math teacher's Zoom. your science teacher's Google Meet, your ELA's teacher, Zoom or Google Meet or whatever they're using to meet with you guys during this time. And if you need extra help, you're going to take advantage of the office hours. Okay. Every day, twice a day, there's office hours. You'll see that in the schedule. And different teachers are assigned to those different times. So if you need help in math or history or science, you pick one of those times during the week. It's twice a week for each teacher. So there you go, guys. So that's about it. I was going to try to keep this about 30 minutes long. So it's about 30 minutes now. So if there's no more questions, then I'm going to close this down. I'm going to post it on my classroom as stuff people could look at who couldn't make it today. Like I said, everyone has different schedules. Life's a little cray cray, but this is it, guys. This is it. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Monday getting started. And yeah, it's going to be cool. So I'll see you guys Monday in class. Have a good weekend. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone in class on Monday. So I'll see you guys. And if you have any more questions about this, shoot me a message or email.